Charter Television, Channel 10. Sponsors of Mount Vernon Rams basketball. Communications. See us at our new location at 5111 Lake Terrace Northeast for Charter Digital Cable and Charter Media Advertising, your number one cable advertising choice. Stay tuned for Mount Vernon basketball next.
bang-up job going up against kids that, frankly, he's overmatched against. So, you know, I got to give him a lot of credit, playing great Mount Vernon Ram basketball, the kind that Doug Creel loves, and hopefully the kind that these fans can appreciate.
Well, Tony's got to stay out of foul trouble because both Carbondale and Cahokia made their decisive runs in those games while Fitzpatrick was on the bench with either 3 or 4 fouls. Also, for Mount Vernon, we need to control the turnovers. We didn't, you know, people look at the stats, they go, well, that wasn't too bad of a number, but we had 6 or 8 turnovers in the second quarter when Cahokia went on a 12-4 run, and that was the difference in that ball game that ended up 57-52 Cahokia. And Doug got a chance to see Madison play last night against Cahokia, so he had a good gauge of which to judge Madison off of, a team we just played on Saturday night. Then Madison played the same team on Monday night, and I guess Cahokia came out on top by 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, that's right. Cahokia won the game. It was at Cahokia, and after, you know, seeing them play last night, Doug said that he realized that maybe we played a little bit better than he thought we did against Cahokia the other night. So, you know, you look at what we've done so far. We lost to Belleville West by 15, and we played a decent game, but that was their game. After that, we've been in every game. We could easily have won those last 4. So, you know, that's how close we are to being a 4-1 team instead of an 0-5 team.
That's right. That's Dave Farley. I'm Rob Wilt. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we'll be back for the start of the basketball game and the introduction of the starting lineups. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX.
It's on behalf of the Mount Vernon High School Board of Education that we're welcoming to historic Shagnon Gymnasium for tonight's matchup between the Madison Trojans and your Mount Vernon Rams. Richard G. Prize to honor our dedication for the play of our national anthem performed tonight on the Mount Vernon Township Basketball Academy under the direction of Mr. Fred Winchester.
head out to the court underneath the basket there by the stage and do their thing. They're into the game.
Behind the camera tonight, the best in the business, Jeff Crow from Charter Communications. You'll be able to watch tonight's game on Friday, December 12th on Charter Communications Cable Channel 10 at 8 o'clock. Thursday, December 11th, it'll be Mount Vernon Cahokia at 8 o'clock. And Wednesday, December 10th, that's tomorrow night, it'll be Mount Vernon Carbondale on Charter Communications Cable Channel 10 at 8 p.m. I'm surprised to see just a two-man crew on this game, Dave Farley.
Yeah,
Madison
unusual.
Controls the opening tip, and Ricky Salmon takes it in for the layup.
That was quick.
Quick and easy.
Got 3 seconds into the game.
Madison comes out in a man-to-man.
Don't want to pick up the dribble out there.
Tony Fitzpatrick guarded by the big kid, Perry Adams.
If there's any mismatch out there, it may be Matt Green against number 13 for them.
Well, I've already got it. Number 13's not even on the roster.
Yeah.
Where'd that kid come from?
Yeah.
Who do you want to go with? Julian Baldwin, 5'11 junior? Well, he's Julian Baldwin as far as this broadcast is concerned. They look back door. Dogan wasn't quite open, so Fitzpatrick backs it out. Big Perry Adams follows him out. Ricky Baldwin guards Matt Green. Salmon guards Jay Young. Jay Young splits it, takes it into Matt Green, lays it up and in. Nice assist to Jay Young. Matt Green with the deuce. We're tied, 2-2, 6:45 left. First period action. Jay Young guards Julian Baldwin. And an air ball put up by Chet. That might have been shot pass. I'm not sure.
Could have been.
Now Vernon comes out of there with it. Fitzpatrick drives baseline, reverses, and he's rejected by Adams. Fitzpatrick gets on the ball, he gets on the floor, gets the loose ball, gives it to Jay Young. Back to Fitzpatrick. We're going to call a blocking foul down low on Madison. Stops the clock at the 6:22 mark of the first period.
And I'll go on record right now as telling you that the double foul will occur in the first half tonight.
Oh, you're probably right. Matt Upchurch with a long three. No good. Rebounded by Romy. Madison pushes it up the near sideline. That would be the west side. Mount Vernon shooting at the south basket. That is the stage end. Excuse me, Madison shooting at the south basket, the stage end. Long shot put up and in. Roy Chat with it. They're going to give him 3 on that.
Yeah.
5-2 Madison. Just under 6 minutes. First period action. Now Madison's gone zone, 2-3 zone. Salmon deflects Young's pass out of bounds into the Madison bench. Madison coached by Kenny Stanley. Had an opportunity to talk to him just briefly before the game. They come into this contest with a 2-2 record. Dogan in the near corner. Long pass to Matt Green. Upchurch in the middle. Pump fake, shoots a 10-footer, short. Tipped. Upchurch tries to corral and does. Gets his own rebound. Good hustle. Rams reset the offense. Jay Young, left wing to Michael Dogan. Into the paint. Nice pass to Fitzpatrick. He reverses and scores. Assist to Upchurch. A deuce for Fitzpatrick.
Had the big 6'9" guy there, but he used the rim to protect the shot.
Roy Chat with an air ball, saved by Adams. Salmon with a 3, yes.
Salmon can nail him. Remember him from last year over at Madison when he hit 3 in a row from there.
Remember after 2 how we finally went out and guarded him, so he just backed up 5 feet and drilled another one.
Exactly.
It's 8-4, Madison on top. They get it in high post. Upchurch back to Jay Young, right wing. Dogan down low to Fitzpatrick. Fakes reverse. They're going to call a foul on Romy. He's not so sure about that call.
Was kind of a soft foul. Tony Fitzpatrick was well into the well there and was trying to back in to get the shot off.
Fitzpatrick will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul stops the clock with 4:38 left. First period, first free throw, short off the front rim, no good. Fitzpatrick, one more free throw, try to cut into that 8-4 Madison lead. Second one's up. No good.
Need those.
Chat brings it over the timeline, pushes it up the near sideline, inside to Adams, turns, shoots. Won't go, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Chat just pushed it up the west sideline, dished it inside to the big kid. He just turned and shot over our guys. They got him on the elbow. Nobody's tall enough to foul him on the wrist.
Well, he did look like he had a very good touch on the shot. Let's see what he has at the free throw line, and of course he nails it.
Nothing but net. Into the Madison lineup, number 33, David Blakely, 6'2" junior.
He's who we had as a starter originally.
He replaces Romey. I believe Romey got both of those early. And big Perry Adams drains both those free throws.
We did not want to fall behind to this team. We really needed a lead early tonight.
10-4 Madison, 4:20 left, first period. Right wing Dogan, he looks high post to Upchurch, not there. Back out front to Jay Young. Young barks out some signals. Left wing, Fitzpatrick puts it on the floor, long pass over the top. Jay Young, he gets it back to Dogan. They double team him inside Upchurch. Back out to Green. In the corner, Fitzpatrick, skip pass over the top. That Madison zone shifts right with the passes. They're very quick, very agile. They cover a lot of court. This is a small court, obviously. They get it to Green. He drives. It's in trouble. Looked like an up and down. No call. Fitzpatrick's going to drive baseline. He reverses. No good. Dogan with the rebound. His shot up. No good. Dogan, good hustle. Gets his own rebound. Gives it back to Fitzpatrick. Pump fake. Puts it up over at. Oh, they're going to say he was fouled before he went up. I think that was the correct call.
Good hustle there, though, by Mount Vernon. 2 or 3 chances at the shot there at the basket, even though Adams in there at 6'9".
Good hustle by Dogan. Good hustle by Fitzpatrick. They do the double play. There it is. That's the one I like. Dogan inbounds to Upchurch. He's standing there, deacon like a third baseman. When there's a runner coming to third baseman acts like the throw's not even coming from the outfield. All of a sudden, he reaches up, grabs it, puts the tag on the guy. That's exactly the best way I can describe that play. Upchurch sits in the lane, doesn't even indicate that the ball is coming to him until it's right in front of his face. Then he grabs it and shoots, which is just what Perry Adams did over Mount Vernon. A 7-foot jumper from the baseline makes it 12-6 Madison.
He's going to be a handful tonight, folks.
Dogan, right corner, drives baseline, kicks it out to Upchurch. Dribbles once, puts it back out to Matt Green, and Mount Vernon resets the offense. In the left corner to Fitzpatrick. He'd like to bounce it to the high post. Upchurch is not quite open, though. Those guards are sagging down off the top of that 2-2. They get it to Upchurch at the high post. He misses. Fitzpatrick with the rebound. Misses. Perry Adams rebounds. They push it up. Chat with an 18-footer, no good. Good job by Chat. Now what are they going to call? They're going to say it was out of bounds. We sorely need a third man in this crew.
Yeah, we do.
He called that ball out of bounds from underneath the basket. There's no way he could have seen the sideline. And that's not a complaint, sports fans. I'm just telling you what I saw. 2:15 left, first period. Madison 12, Mount Vernon 6. They get it to Fitzpatrick. Kicks it back out to Green, open from 3. He decides not to. Down low to Fitzpatrick. He reverses and scores. Assist Jay Young. Another deuce for Tony Fitzpatrick.
Boy, Perry Adams is a big guy, but he makes himself shorter by not putting his hands up.
Madison up by 4. Chad on the right wing. Mount Vernon into man-to-man. Fitzpatrick's drawn the assignment on 6'9". Perry Adams. Upchurch guards Blakely. They triple team. They get it to Blakely. Good pass by Adams. He was triple team, found Blakely, and Blakely blew the cripple. They're going to say it went out of bounds off Mount Vernon. Stop the clock with 1:29 left, first period.
Good awareness there by Adams to find the open man.
Salmon, he'll launch from there. Dogan guards Salmon. Upchurch has Blakely. Fitzpatrick banging with Adams inside. Green trying to help out. They're trying to double down on the big kid. Green sagging off. Chat. Baldwin guarded by Jay Young. Looks like Creel's decided they're going to let Baldwin and Chat, and let Green and Young sag off Baldwin and Chat. Now Chat launches the three. No good. Jay Young with the rebound. Now Vernon tries to push it up. Long pass to Fitzpatrick.
Well, we got lucky there.
Yeah, we were lucky because it was a turnover in the making until Chat kicked it out of bounds. He should have just let it go. 52 seconds left first quarter. Madison up by 4, 12-8 here. Chagnon Gymnasium. That would be historic Chagnon Gymnasium, built in 1937. Mount Vernon works it around the perimeter against this 2-3 Madison zone. Jay Young, left wing, high post. Upchurch, he drains a 14-footer. It's a 2-point game.
That shot looks like it's going to be there tonight.
Yeah, Creel's going with a high-low post. Getting it to the high post. And then when they come out on him, they're looking for Fitzpatrick down low.
Looks like Madison with 20 seconds to go will go for the last shot.
Baldwin guarded by Jay Young. Give it to Chat. Green picks him up. They've got all four men down on the baseline and a dribbler out front. Now they give it to Ricky Salmon. He's the shooter. Got to guard him. 5 seconds. Ricky Salmon tries to penetrate, kicks it over to Baldwin. A three, air ball, no good. At the end of 1 quarter of play, Madison 12, Mount Vernon 10. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX.
Stop in.
Welcome back to Chagnon Gymnasium. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. I'm Rob Wilt alongside Dave Farley. At the end of 1 quarter, Madison 12, Mount Vernon 10. Rams with the first possession of the second quarter. Madison still in that 2-3 zone. Jay Young out front. Left corner, Dogan. Thought he was going to throw it down in the low post to Fitzpatrick. They decide not to. Swinging around the perimeter. Matt Green, right wing. Jay Young now back left wing. Dogan, he launches the three. No good. Green with a rebound. Goes up. Rejected. It'll be out of bounds. Perry Adams rejected Matt Green. Good offensive rebound by Green.
Came off the weak side, but needed a shot fake to go along with it.
Dogan to trigger the inbound. Throws it in long to Jay Young. Back to Dogan on the left wing. On top, Young. Right wing, Green. Short corner. Fitzpatrick back out top. Jay Young. Left wing, Dogan. High post. Upchurch. Turns and shoots. 14-footer. Yes, we're tied. 12-12.
Looks like Matt may be on. He's got that turnaround going. Got a pretty shot.
Sweet shooting lefty. Timeout. Madison. Coach Kenny Stanley doesn't like what he sees. Mount Vernon on a 6-0 run. We're tied 12-12. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Well, Dave, there's a lot of things going on a Tuesday night. Tuesday night, a big grade school basketball night. Also, Mount Vernon Lady Rams in historic Trout Gymnasium to take on the Centralia Orphan Annies in a big South 7 conference game tonight.
Lady Rams at 7-0, going against the 5-2 Orphan Annies team, and they have a history already this year. Lady Rams beat them up at Salem. It was a good game, though, so that's going to be a tough one to win up there. Also, the junior Rams are playing Benton down at Harrisburg in the, what is that called, the Big 7 tournament?
Big 7 tournament. They defeated Carbondale last night, 55-50. Mount Vernon Junior Rams 9-2 on the season. Maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel.
They got some players.
They're really banging down inside, trying to get it inside to Adams. Green sags off Chat. They're basically triple teaming Adams because Young sagging off Baldwin, Green sagging off Chat. Chaos corner making some noise down in the southeast corner. They get it inside to Adams. He's tripled again. Chat from 19 feet. Yes. 14-12 Madison.
Not a pretty shot, but it was effective.
That's what they say on the golf course. It ain't how, but how many. 6:15 left, second quarter action. If you're sitting up high, move on down. Plenty of seats. Dogan right wing. The zone comes to him and then backs off. Now left corner, Fitzpatrick over the top to Young. On top, Upchurch launches the three.
Yeah.
Yes, Matt Upchurch. He's feeling it tonight. Dare I say, in fuego. Inside to Adams, triple teamed. Back to Baldwin. Chat from three.
Oh
Yes, Roy Chat. The momentary Mount Vernon lead erased. 17-15 Madison.
Little tiptoe jump shot from Chat.
Mount Vernon works it around the perimeter of that Madison 2-3 zone. Left wing, Dogan. Looks inside. Got the high-low post. Fitzpatrick down low. Upchurch high. No, they tried to thread it in there. Fitzpatrick went on the floor, called timeout. He got the call. Timeout, Mount Vernon. It's going to be a 30. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. Basketball on WMIX. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Madison 17, Mount Vernon 15. It was 12-10 Madison at the end of the first quarter. Well, Dave, I think we can play with these guys. Let's play smart and put up a W.
That's right. It's going to be tough to defend them with the big guys, but it can be done.
Have to explain to Blakely, the restraining line, the nuances of Chagnon Gymnasium. It's usually good for a turnover or two for the visiting team.
Going man-to-man now.
Yeah, they've gone man. Chat has Upchurch. Well, they got a new kid in. Mount Vernon turns it over. Young tried to get it to Fitzpatrick.
Amazingly, the first turnover of the game.
Number 5, Richard Wooten, a 5'9 senior. Into the Madison lineup. Jay Young guards him. Mount Vernon into man-to-man. Dogan has to guard Salmon. He's their shooter. Get it inside to Adam. Puts up an air ball.
Oh, yeah.
Upchurch with the rebound. He's hammered over the back by Blakely.
Hammered is right.
That wasn't a very pretty shot from big Mr. Adams on that.
No.
Caught it on the baseline about 8 feet out. Turned shot.
You know,
4 feet over the basket.
If you've ever watched NBA basketball fans, you've seen Ben Wallace play. That's what Perry Adams looks like out there.
Got that big afro. Looks like he could have played at Jacksonville back in the 70s.
Yeah.
The A-Train, Artis Gilmore.
Roland Garrett at Florida State.
Now you're talking. Good defense by Wooten on Dogan. Chat guards Upchurch. He gives it to Fitzpatrick, and they draw the big kid out, and they do. The lane should be wide open for a cutter. Dogan says he's going to take it to the hole. Does, off glass, no good. And the big kid, Adams, with the rebound, gives it to Wooten. He pushes it up the far sideline, backs it out to the top of the key. Gives it to Ricky Salmon. He bounces it inside to Blakely. Back out to Salmon. Holds it. Madison sets the offense. Kind of a forest green, I guess you'd call that. It's a dark green, hunter green, white numerals. Salmon still dribbling, trying to post up Adams on Fitzpatrick. Tony doing a good job. Upchurch bangs with Blakely. Wooten with a 3, rattles out, no good. That was halfway down. Fitzpatrick cleans the glass. 3:20 left, second quarter. It's still 17-15 Madison. Jay Young delivers it back door to Dogan. He lays it up and in. They call charging on Dogan. I don't think Blakely had to spot, but it doesn't matter what I think. They're going to wave off the basket as well. That foul stopped the clock with 3:15. Only the second foul on Mount Vernon this half. Madison with only 4 in this half. Wooten puts up a 17-footer, no good. Green and Fitzpatrick go up. Green comes down with it. Here come the Mount Vernon Rams with an opportunity to tie it up with a deuce or take the lead with a trifecta. Young gives it to Dogan, right wing. Top of the key, Upchurch. Left corner, Fitzpatrick. He gets a pick, drives on the big kid, reverses and scores it.
He can't stay with him.
He used the basket to keep him from blocking his shot with the reverse. Used the rim as a... They get it inside to the big kid. And good help defense from Matt Green. Fitzpatrick tried to front him, couldn't get around. Big kid caught it, and Green came and stole it from behind.
Did it the way John Nockey used to. Guy put the ball down. Tell you what, Fitzpatrick has a quicker first step than Perry Adams. He can take him to the hole.
Just over 2 minutes left in the second quarter. We're tied 17-17. Mount Vernon in their second home game. They get it inside to Fitzpatrick. He reverses and he's rejected. Dogan gets it, puts it up and scores, and he's fouled. Well, you can say Mr. Adams learned quick. Fitzpatrick tried to use the rim to keep him off of that shot. He reversed. Adams slapped it off the glass. Dogan came up with it, took it right to the rack, scored off glass, and was fouled by Blakely. He'll go to the line with a chance to complete the three-point play. Dogan's free throw, no good. Fitzpatrick with the rebound. Working hard inside. Gets it outside to Upchurch from 18, no good. Rebound by, well, they would put in Baldwin now. Now they got a 14 in there. We have no idea who 13 is. Take it into the paint. Jump ball. Jay Young getting on the floor. Well, now we got to make up somebody for number 13 since...
I thought 13 was Baldwin.
Well, now they put in 14, so now he's got to be Baldwin.
Oh, I see.
What do you want to say? How about Delaney Mosley Stiff? He wears number 3, so maybe 3 was dirty, so they gave him 13.
Well, this guy's got to be short, because that guy's only 5'6".
Okay. That's what we're going to go with. Give us these rosters. You think you could at least pair up the names and the numbers before you fax it over. Turnover. Here comes Dogan on the breakaway. Lays it up, short. Fitzpatrick with the rebound, short. Gets his own rebound and scores. Good perseverance by Tony Fitzpatrick. Rams with a 4-point lead on a 6-0 run here late in the first half. 1:10 left, second quarter. Mount Vernon 21, Madison 17. I was just bum-puzzled about how these rosters always got a kid or two that they put some dude in. And
look at this. Tony, I tell you, he is playing some basketball, isn't he?
Good hustle. Almost had to steal. See, those people in the first row got to kind of...
You got to help them out down there.
You got to tip it back in play and then hold your hands back and say, I didn't touch it.
An old end zone guy like you knows how to do that, don't he?
That's right. Now we're double-teamed. Adams down low. He's taking offense at the pressure. He's starting to throw some elbows. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Referees are watching it intently. I say referee. They're only a two-man crew here tonight. 25 seconds left. First half. Mount Vernon up by 4. They're working around the perimeter. Up. Matt Green with a silly foul on Chat, about 35 feet from the basket. Good thing is the Rams are not in the... But what I'm saying is they only have 3 team fouls, so it'll be out of bounds. Madison with 18.9 seconds remaining.
It's one luxury we have tonight that we haven't had at all this year is no foul trouble. At least not yet.
It'll be Madison basketball out at half court. Chat right in front of the scorer's table. They get it inbounds, down to 15 seconds. They get it to Salmon. He's their shooter, goes behind the back, tries to put a move on Jay Young. Good help from Upchurch. Salmon, 5-second call. He dribbled it 5 seconds while Young was guarding closely. Mount Vernon with 5.6 seconds in which to do something. They get it out at three-quarter court. Upchurch will trigger the inbound. Madison trying to match up. Upchurch looking. Gets it to Fitzpatrick, hands it off to Jay Young. 4, 3, 2, Young drives. No call. And his shot's no good. At the end of one half of play, Madison trails Mount Vernon. The Rams on top, 21-17. We're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back with halftime statistics and analysis right after these messages. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX.
It's basketball right here on CTV Charter Television Channel 10. Sponsors of Mount Vernon Rams basketball. Communications. See us at our new location at 5111 Lake Terrace Northeast for Charter Digital Cable and Charter Media Advertising, your number one cable advertising choice. Stay tuned for Mount Vernon basketball next.
Tonight, 21-17, and we have not been able to say that. Have we been able to say that at all this year? But we were leading at halftime.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So let's keep it up. Let's get this thing, keep this thing going, and get us a win tonight. For Madison, Roy Chatt with 2 out of 5 from 3 and 1 out of 2 inside the arc has 8 points. Ricky Simon has 5. We've got to keep an eye on him. Jay Young doing a good job guarding him outside. And the big guy, Perry Adams, 6'8", 257 pounds of him with 4 points.
Jay Young guarding salmon so closely that it's almost like grilled salmon. No, maybe not. I just thought I'd throw that in.
That's
Sorry,
good.
I didn't mean to break you up.
Hey, that's good though. I like that.
I broke your rhythm, though. I apologize.
That's all right. That's all right. You can't upset my rhythm. Just jump right back in there. 6 out of 15 from the field for Madison. 3 out of 8 from 3, 2 out of 2 from the free throw line, and they've committed only 3 turnovers. For Mount Vernon, they're being led in scoring tonight by Matt Upchurch. He's been scalding from outside. He has 9 points, 8 points from Tony Fitzpatrick, and 2 apiece from Matt Green and Michael Dogan. We've shot 24 times to their 15. That's kind of surprising, isn't it?
Yeah,
we've had some offensive rebounds down here too. That's a big reason. 10 out of 24 for Mount Vernon. 1 out of 3 from 3. You'd have thought we'd have had to shoot more three-pointers tonight with their size advantage. We got to do better from the free throw line. We've missed on all 3 attempts, but I'm really happy with only 2 turnovers. That's something that I didn't think we'd be able to say at halftime.
That's my partner, Dave Farley. Now we'd like to welcome to the broadcast booth Mount Vernon Register News sports editor Todd Adams. Todd, what do you think about this game so far?
I think it's been a pretty good played game from both sides. Mount Vernon and Madison have both been playing pretty well. I only had a couple of turnovers for either team, and actually I think Madison's turnovers all came in a flurry there at the end of the second quarter with about 2-3 minutes left to go, and Mount Vernon converted on at least a couple of them, and that's really the difference in the game. Both teams have shot the ball pretty well. I'm impressed with the way that Mount Vernon's inside players have played, both Tony Fitzpatrick and Matt Upchurch. Adams from Madison, their big boy, 6'9", has only got 4 points at halftime, and on the other end, although he's got a couple of big blocks, for the most part, Mount Vernon's guys inside have done a good job of being able to get the ball up on the glass. Fitzpatrick had a few reverse layups there, really doing an excellent job of keeping the ball away from Adams and getting it up on the glass and in the hole.
Did you notice Adams at the other end starting to get a little bit upset at the triple teaming and starting to throw some elbows? Did you see any of that?
I saw a little bit of that, and that's a good strategy for them. It looks like they do have some shooters, some guys that can make it, but they're really going to have to light it up. Obviously, the guy that potentially could just kill Mount Vernon is Adams, and if you're starting to frustrate him, you're getting in his head a little bit. That's good.
And I'm surprised that Ricky Salmon hasn't taken more threes. We're sagging quite a bit off of our man-to-man, trying to help out inside, but maybe that's the one guy, Michael Dogan, that's not going to sag. He's going to stay out on Salmon while Jay Young and Matt Green sag off of the guys they're trying to guard.
Yeah, and I wonder if the Madison coaching staff isn't getting a little frustrated at the shot selection also. I saw a couple of times where they came down and took fairly quick shots, and then they pulled the guy right away that took the shot. The guy that really sticks out for me, one of their reserves, Richard Wooten, was in the game for about 2 minutes and took about 3 three-pointers. And after the third one, I was looking down at the bench, and Coach went down and grabbed somebody and pushed him toward the scorer's table, and he was out of the game. So I'm not sure that Madison is real happy with all of their shots. They've come down and shot it fast a couple of times, but obviously they probably wanted to play a little bit quicker of a tempo than what Mount Vernon is allowing them to at this point.
That's Mount Vernon Register News sports editor Todd Adams. Todd, thanks a lot. Appreciate you coming up again tonight. I did get a report from the junior high, Mount Vernon Casey Middle School, a 5-point victor over Benton tonight. So that makes the junior Rams are now 10-2 on the season and looking pretty good. Got the report from Brad Williams, not only the father of National Basketball Developmental League player Kent Williams, but also the father of Casey Middle School head coach Scott Williams.
Well, they had lost a bit earlier in the season, but that was probably one of their worst games they've played. So I'm not real surprised that they came back and won tonight. How about Terrence Badger last night with 20 points? Great game for him.
Oh, Trivati Badger.
Trivati
Badger. Yeah, he had 20, and it was a pretty balanced scoring. I think Harmon and Dontra Black had 9 each, and Antonio Stuckey with about 15 or 16. So Scott Williams got them playing a lot better than they were the first couple of weeks of the season. I know everyone saw that early season score when Centralia beat them 52-25, and we thought, oh no. But now they're on a pretty good roll, and hopefully they can continue to play well. Mount Vernon playing well here on the varsity level, and if you didn't hear early in the broadcast, Mount Vernon won the junior varsity game 27-16. We're going to take it back to the studio for 1 minute. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. In front of the Rams bench, Matt Green comes over, head of the key. Back to Young, left wing. Mount Vernon content. Just working around the perimeter. Madison's not going to come out of it.
Well, they've got the lead. We're up 21-17. Went on a 6-0 run at the end of the second quarter.
On top, Jay Young. Left wing, Upchurch. On top, Jay Young. Right wing, Green. One dribble, back to the top of the key. Left wing, Dogan. Dogan looks to get it inside. It's not there. Fitzpatrick trying to post up the big boy, 6'9" senior Perry Adams. Green dribbles into the paint, takes it up with left hand. Rejected.
Who got that one? 34?
Yes, Romy.
Well, he took it left hand to try to keep it away from big Perry Adams, but Romy's 6'6".
He said, Romy, don't play that. Dogan will trigger the inbound. Gets it into Upchurch, launches the three. Yes! 24-17, Mount Vernon on top. Their biggest lead of the season.
Easy.
6:10 left, third period. Mount Vernon into man-to-man. Fitzpatrick getting backed in by the big kid. They work around the perimeter. Salmon with a ball fake, puts up an 18-footer, no good. They get it inside to Adams. He shoots over Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick got a piece of it, but he got it back and put it in from 4 feet out. 24-19, Mount Vernon. 5:45 left, third period. Green right in front of the Mount Vernon bench. On top, Jay Young. Madison in that 2-3 zone. On top, Jay Young. Right wing, Dogan. Left wing, Matt Green. Upchurch from 3, no good. Dogan with an offensive rebound on the long rebound. Gets it back out to Jay Young, and the 5'7" senior point guard resets the Mount Vernon offense. 5 minutes left, third period. Green fakes the 3. Gets it to Upchurch. He won't fake it. He'll take it. He's feeling pretty good tonight. What's he got, 15 on the night, Dave?
Has 12.
I thought he had 12.
Next 3 will make it 15.
I thought he had 12 in the first half. What do you have in the first half?
9.
Okay. Mount Vernon just works it around the perimeter. Green, back to Young, inside, high post. They kick it out to Green from 3. No good. Dogan over the back on the rebound. Good rebound by Roy Chat. And once again, another outstanding job by the Mount Vernon Rams pep band under the direction of Frank Winchester. And, of course, the Mount Vernon Rockin' Rams with an entertaining halftime dance. Mount Vernon in a man-to-man. They look inside. Why they didn't throw it to him, I don't know. Chat from 3. Yes! It's a 2-point game, 24-22.
Just like that, 7-point lead. Down to 2.
Young on top. Green, left wing. Back to Green. He had thrown it to Upchurch. Now on top to Jay Young. Right wing, Dogan. Fitzpatrick cuts through. Try to double team Dogan. He gets it out of there. They look inside. Short corner, Fitzpatrick. Drives baseline. Throws it to Dogan. It's stolen. Here comes Ricky Salmon. Pushing it up. They get it inside. Shot up by Romy. No good. Upchurch with the rebound. Well, they're not taking any time.
No, they're not. They want to speed up the pace.
Yeah, I don't blame them. 3:20 left, third period. Upchurch puts up a 12-footer. It won't go. Perry Adams cleans the glass. Long outlet pass to Salmon. One dribble. Puts it up. No good. It's going to be out of bounds off Romy. It'll be Mount Vernon basketball.
Caught a break there. We had inside position. Looked like it might have gone off Matt Green, but Romy got it from behind. Rams go back the other way.
Great outlet pass by the big boy.
Yeah, it was.
Beautiful pass. Threw it 3/4 the length of the court. Hit Salmon in stride. Mount Vernon works against that Madison 2-3 zone. Jay Young on top. I thought he was going to try to penetrate off that. Instead, kicked it right wing. Green buries the 3. 27-22. Mount Vernon by 5.
And we need a couple of guys hitting from outside. We got Upchurch now. Green hits it. That's going to put a little stress on the Madison defense. Maybe we can find Fitzpatrick inside again.
Head coach Kenny Stanley barking at his team. Mosley gives it to Romy. They run Adams into the paint. Tries to post up Fitzpatrick. Salmon and Dogan bang. They're doing a little talking. Adams to Salmon. Salmon gets it to Mosley. They look inside for Adams. Chat from 15 feet. Yes.
Tell you what, he's a good-looking ball player. Has 5 points this half, go along with the 8 in the first half. 13 for the game.
His shot isn't real pretty. Jay Young from 3, brick, no good. Hit nothing but glass. Now what's he going to wave off?
Rebound came off to Matt Green in the lane. Nice little shuffle pass backhanded to Fitzpatrick, who used the rim again. Looked like we had the basket, but waved off.
They're going to say the foul before the shot. That's 3 on Romy. They dummy play it into Upchurch from 8 feet, middle of the lane. It's good.
How long are we going to keep getting away with that?
29-24, Mount Vernon, minute and a half left, third period. Mosley looks inside. Get it to Salmon. Dogan with good defense. Fitzpatrick and Adams getting hooked up a little bit. Get it to Mosley from 16 feet. Hits the rim, falls off. Upchurch cleans the defensive boards. Jay Young pushes it up, goes behind the back, then throws it right wing to Green. Poked away from Green by Chad. It'll be Mount Vernon basketball out of bounds. Who's sitting down there in that front row? Oh, actually, nobody's sitting right there. Lots of good seats right there. Dogan with a long 3, short, no good. Chat with a rebound. Head coach Doug Creel gives Dogan a long look as he goes back to play defense. That was not what we're looking for.
A little bit of...
Chat drives on Matt Green. He's fouled before the shot.
Matt got him with the hand check as he went by.
Foul stops the clock with 54.9 seconds remaining in the third period. Mount Vernon 29, Madison 24. Wooten into the Madison lineup. He replaces Romy. Chat will inbound. Gets it in. Mosley dribbles out front. Jay Young sags. Kenny Stanley was screaming at Wooten to get out of the lane. As Mosley dribbles out in the center circle. Waiting, I guess they're going to wait for one shot. 29-24 Mount Vernon, 30 seconds remaining in the third period. That foul on Green was his second. Mount Vernon with 2 team fouls in the second half. Madison with only 1 team foul here in the second half. But we're down to 15 seconds. Chaos corner starting to make a little noise. 10, 9. Here comes Mosley. 7, 6. They run and play. They try to get it inside. It's intercepted. Upchurch 2-1. 3/4 court shot. Oh, he hits glass but doesn't draw iron at the end of 3 quarters of play. Mount Vernon 29, Madison 24. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. To Chagnon Gym. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. Start of the fourth quarter. Madison with the first possession of the fourth quarter. They trail by 5. Mount Vernon 29, Madison 24. Mount Vernon into man-to-man. Looks like they're going to run a little weave off of this. Mount Vernon's just going to switch. Dogan's going to take whoever dribbles out front. They look inside to Adams, the 6'9" senior. They get it into it. Oh, and he kicks it out to Blakely for 3.
Thank you very much.
Good. Adams with the rebound and scores. 29-26. Rams by 3. 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
We're going to have to make them all count this quarter, Rob.
Madison comes out of that 2-3 zone. They've gone man.
I believe Adams is going to be on a mission this quarter.
Fitzpatrick holds near the Rams bench. Coach Kenny Stanley tells Adams to come out and get Fitzpatrick to start the count. Blakely guards Dogan. Baldwin has Upchurch. Salmon guards Green, and Baldwin guards Jay Young. Now Vernon with a little weave of their own. Right corner, Jay Young. Now there's a match.
Yeah,
Just started to say it. 6'9", reversed by Fitzpatrick. A beautiful entry pass from Jay Young. Fitzpatrick reversed on the baseline. Mount Vernon back up by 5.
Tony now in double figures with 10.
Salmon going to launch the 3 from the corner. Line drive, no good. Upchurch with a Mount Vernon rebound.
See if we can extend the lead. 6:21 to go. 5-point lead for Mount Vernon.
Young dribbles over half court. And now they're going to try to trap. Gets it to Fitzpatrick right in front of Chaos Corner. Inside pass. Would have been stolen, but he was flying out of bounds. So as he saved it, threw it back in, and Mount Vernon came up with it. That was an ill-advised pass by Tony Fitzpatrick, trying to hit Matt Green with the back door.
Yeah, you can see the strategy now. They're going to foul us, Rob. Try to send us to the line as quickly as possible. They see we're 0 for 3 from there.
Timeout. Madison. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Mount Vernon 31, Madison 26. You're listening to Rams basketball on WMIX. Dogan gets it out of there to Jay Young. He penetrates into the paint. Kicks it back to Matt Green. Back to Jay Young. Green. Mount Vernon going to play keep away. A lot of time on the clock. 5.5 minutes. Only a 5-point lead. I don't know if we can play keep away that long. Plus our free throw shooting has been suspect this year. We're 0 for 3 tonight from the free throw line. Green picks up his dribble, gives it to Upchurch, finds Fitzpatrick. Jay Young gets it back to Fitzpatrick right in front of the Mount Vernon Ram bench. Matt Green on top, gives it to Upchurch. Gets it to Fitzpatrick. Upchurch. We're still 35 feet from the basket. Upchurch fakes the pass to Young in the corner. He was open momentarily. Green dribbles on top, picks up his dribble, puts it to Jay Young. You can hold it for 4 seconds while you're closely guarded, dribble for 4 seconds while you're closely guarded. Salmon tipped it over half court. They wanted the over and back call.
What's the count?
Jay Young gets it to Matt Green. They try to double him, and he's fouled by Mosley.
Third team foul. Still have 4 more to give before we're in double the bonus.
Romy back in for Madison. He replaces Adams. They're going to have to go with their pressing team. Wooten replaces Mosley. They've gone with a smaller lineup.
Let's see if we try to take it underneath now.
Creel screams out motion. Jay Young drives. Good defense by Salmon. Calls timeout for the turnover. That stops the clock with 4:19 left. We're going to keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. 31-26. Mount Vernon Rams looking for the elusive first victory of the season. They're 0-5. They started out in the Belleville West O'Fallon Thanksgiving tournament, played this year at Belleville West in their brand new high school with a beautiful new gym. Sorely lacking in media facilities. They lost to Belleville West, Belleville Althoff, and O'Fallon. Started out 0-3. Last weekend traveled to Carbondale, played the first game in the Carbondale Community High School, brand new gym, new high school. They lost that game. A great effort. They lost by 8. It was much closer than that. Then they lost to Cahokia, 57-52 right here in the home opener Saturday night. 0-5 for the Rams. They'd like a victory tonight in the worst way. Upchurch looking, throws long, tipped by Salmon. It'll be out of bounds right in front of us. Our broadcast booth in the northwest corner of Chagnon Gymnasium.
We give up our half court to have to inbound it now, just below our booth in the Madison front court.
Upchurch throws it inbounds to Fitzpatrick. He finds Dogan up the far sideline, front of the Mount Vernon bench. Dribbles out front, gives it to Matt Green. Green picked up by Blakely. Green drives on Blakely, puts it up and in. No foul.
Beat him off the dribble. Took it right to the hole.
33-26. We're inside 4 minutes. Chat looks inside. Romy posting up Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick says that's like a walk in the park going against the 6'6" Romy after going hand-to-hand with Adams at 6'9" all night. Well, they're going to launch something here sooner or later. Ricky Salmon from way downtown. Short, no good. Upchurch with another rebound. 3.5 minutes left in this one. Rams by 7. We may cut down the nets. Back door to Fitzpatrick. Reverses and scores. 35-26. Salmon drives on Dogan, lays it up and in. What a beautiful move. Creel incensed at the poor defense on that. We scored. They inbounded it to Salmon. He dribbled up the right side the entire length of the court and laid it in off glass. And Creel came unglued. And now he's really ripping his team. Or not say ripping his team, I mean he's screaming at him in the huddle. Madison took a 30-second timeout, stopped the clock with 3:11.
You think the veins in his neck are going to hold?
He wasn't real happy with that defensive effort. Here we go up by 9, and we let their point guard dribble the length of the court and lay it in off glass like it's a layup drill. Full court pressure from Madison. 35-28, Rams on top, 3:11. Fourth quarter, Fitzpatrick, long pass to Jay Young. Young thought about trying to put a move on Romy. Now Mount Vernon works it around the perimeter. Green right in front of Chaos Corner. I'm waiting for the trap to come out of that. Never developed. Now Wooten all over Dogan. Finally a foul called.
But we've only had 3 turnovers to their 4, but we're going to see intense pressure the last 2 minutes and 49 seconds of this game, Rob.
Madison has some fouls to give. That's only 4 fouls on the Trojans here in the second half. Mount Vernon with only 2 fouls. Upchurch, trigger man, gets it into Fitzpatrick. He gives it to Jay Young. Fitzpatrick sets the pick on Salmon. Fitzpatrick, they get it to Dogan down low, in traffic, puts it up and scores, and he's fouled by Romy.
And the amazing thing there, Rob, is how did he get that shot off with 2 giants hovering over him?
Took some lessons from his former teammate, Darius Moore. We used to marvel at Moore's ability to get those shots up down low at 6'1" against much taller opponents. That foul stopped the clock with 2:38 left in the fourth quarter. Dogan's free throw, yes! It's a 10-point bulge, 38-28. Mount Vernon, a double-digit lead. They get it inside. The big kid Adams, and he's fouled by Upchurch.
Terry Adams put the ball down about waist level. Good effort there by Matt Upchurch. Good idea. We had fouls to give. Might as well give it a try. Only the 3rd team foul.
Foul on Upchurch, his 2nd. That foul on Romy at the other end was his 4th. Chat to trigger the inbounds. Hey, that's a walk. He can't walk down there. That's a stationary inbound.
That's right.
They get it into Salmon. He's guarded by Dogan. Mount Vernon into man-to-man. Salmon crosses over. Chat from the corner, a 3, short, air ball, no good. Fitzpatrick with the rebound. Gets it to Jay Young. He's picked up by Wooten. 2:10 left. Mount Vernon with a 10-point lead. Jay Young gets it to Fitzpatrick. Pokes away. Fitzpatrick gets it back. Passes to Jay Young. Matt Green, right wing. Fitzpatrick, left wing to Dogan.
Doug wanting the foul, not getting it.
You get it to Fitzpatrick down low. He thought better of taking it to the hole. With a 10-point lead, you don't need a shot. Dogan fouled by Chat at 1:42, fourth quarter.
16 foul. Next one will send us to the line.
You can hear Creel all the way across the gym barking out the instructions. Upchurch will inbound. They have to remind Romy about the restraining line here, the tight quarters at Chagnon Gymnasium. If you sit in the front row, your feet are inbounds. They get it into Green, nearly stolen, dangerous pass. Jay Young down in the corner. You want to get it out of that corner. He does. Gets it to Green, to Dogan. And there's Fitzpatrick right in front of the Rams bench. 90 seconds left. Mount Vernon by 10. Dogan inside. Upchurch. He's fouled by Romy. That'll be it for Romy. Fouls up.
Matt Upchurch will go to the line.
Rams into 1-1 now. Romy's going to sit with 5 fouls. We'll see who Madison head coach Kenny Stanley puts in. He's going to go with a new guy, it looks like. Talking it over with his player. He's like, come on, coach, just put me in. Number 21, Derek Gardner, 5'9" junior. Matt Upchurch, the lefty, toes the line. First free throw on its way. Good.
15 points for Matt Upchurch. Another fine game for that senior.
Second free throw is up. It swishes. 40-28. 1:15 left. Salmon from downtown. No good. Good box out by Young. Fitzpatrick got the rebound. They get it to Young. Full court pressure from Madison. Young gets it over the timeline. Back to Upchurch. He wants to hold until they come out and foul him. They do. See, a scorer always will hold that ball. Why pass?
That's right. They're going to foul me.
If they're going to come out and foul somebody, let it be me.
I just made 2. I'm feeling it. I can do it again.
That foul on Gardner stops the clock with 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Upchurch first free throw. Good. (41-28) Mount Vernon. Second free throw rattles in and out. Chat with the rebound. It's a 13-point bulge. We're inside a minute to play. Chat from downtown. Yes! Timeout, Madison. Stops the clock with 53.3 seconds left. That 3 cut the lead to 10, 41-31. Dave, it feels good.
Feels good. We can't celebrate yet. That puts it down to almost a 3-possession game. And when you got guys like Chat and Salmon, we still have to take care of it. We're going to go to the foul line, so we got to take care of business there. But, wow, 10-point lead, it seems enormous for us.
Yeah, any time we've talked about it a lot between you and I. When Doug comes in on the Saturday sports show, he's talked about it. Our margin for error is so thin once again this year that victories, you almost have to play a perfect game. We're not going to, I've probably said it 100 times, we're not going to outrun anybody. We're not going to outjump anybody. We're not going to outsize anybody. We have to limit our turnovers, play extremely good defense, have good shot selection,
and if we do that, you can say that's a beautiful thing, can't you?
I've been dying to say that.
Yeah. Tonight you're going to get to, I think.
They get it inbounds. Green, guarded by Wooden, back to Upchurch. Finds Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to Dogan. 44 seconds left. Dogan gets it to Upchurch, but not before he was fouled. Michael Dogan will get to go to the line. I was trying to think, last time I got to say that was Saturday afternoon against Oak Park Fenwick in overtime.
And I had to hear that secondhand. So it's been a long time.
That's right. You were down at
Cape.
SEMO with your father-in-law being inducted into the Southeast Missouri State Hall of Fame. Hey, Creel's over there telling Chaos Corner what a great job they're doing. He's high-fiving the boys. Creel.
You love that, don't you?
He's leading the cheers. He's cooked the popcorn.
Well, Dogan missed a free throw, so
somebody's going to launch a three. It's going to be Chat. Nope. Back to Salmon. Salmon drives, puts up a tough shot, and scores. Madison with a timeout stops the clock with 27.6 seconds remaining. That run by Salmon cut the lead to 8-33. We're going to keep it right here, and I hope that it doesn't sound like we're being disingenuous about the victory. I know you're like me. I've always described myself as more of a fan than a broadcaster, and when people hear me barking at those referees, they know, yeah, that guy's more of a fan than a journalist, and that's why we suffer with these losses along with the coaches and the fans and the players, and so that's why it feels good to get that first victory, and hopefully we can go over to Althoff and get number 2 in 10 days.
Hey, that'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it?
That would be an upset of major proportion.
Major. That we showed the other night. We could play with them.
Upchurch inbounds to Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Green. Green to Dogan. Long to Jay Young. He lays it up and in. Assist to Michael Dogan, a deuce for Jay Young. 15 seconds. It's a 10-point lead. Salmon drives, charges into Upchurch.
Good job there. Matt Upchurch held his ground.
Matt held his ground. Look at these fans. The few that came tonight, they're on their feet. They're loving it.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand.
13.9 seconds remaining. This crowd.
Has the Chaos Corner even sat down tonight?
No, they've never sat down. 10 seconds. Looks like Mount Vernon's just going to dribble it out. These proud Mount Vernon fans on their feet in appreciation. You can hear the final horn. Chaos Corner mobs the team. Final score, Mount Vernon 43, Madison 33. In other years, we wouldn't be, that'd just be another victory. We probably wouldn't be happy to only beat them by 10, but when you're 0-5, any kind of victory is surely sweet. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with final stats and analysis in 2 minutes. You're listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. On WMIX, the final score from Chagnon Gymnasium, Mount Vernon 43, Madison 33. Mount Vernon trailed at the end of the first quarter, 12-10. They outscored Madison 11-5 in the second quarter. Took a 21-17 lead into the locker room at halftime. Third quarter, Mount Vernon outscored Madison 8-7. Went into the fourth quarter with a 5-point lead, 29-24, and then one going away with a 14-9 fourth quarter. 43-33, Mount Vernon on top of Madison. Madison falls to 2-3 on the season. Mount Vernon with their first victory of the season. They're 1-5. Mount Vernon with a rare weekend off. Dave Farley, I know I'm going to try to find me the best Mid-South game I can. We missed a good one out at Woodlawn tonight as the Weber Township Trojans went to Woodlawn tonight to take on the Woodlawn Cardinals. That's where I would have been. Well, actually, I would have had to go to Bethel to watch Rome play Bethel, but that's where I would have liked to have been tonight to watch Joey Ullery and Jabe Michael and Brad Porter take on Derek Burns and Mike Poole and Dustin Golson and the Woodlawn players. I'm sure that was a great game. We'll have all the stats from that game tomorrow morning on my 7:30 sportscast. Also, a good game tonight down at Murfreesboro with Pinckneyville at Murfreesboro, a team that I think the house was a Tommy House from Murfreesboro. Of course, Pinckneyville is awful good. We've got Ross Rubenacker here with a score from Bethel. Rome Did they win? Rome defeated Bethel. He doesn't have a score for me. The Ross report very short tonight. Going to have to adjust his pay on the Ross report. I'm paying him about $20 a game. A short report, he's going to be down to about $5 a game, I'm afraid. My good friend and broadcast partner David Farley has the final statistics. Dave, lay them on us, baby.
That's one of the best stretching jobs I think I've ever seen you do there.
Well, thank you.
Great job. Great job. Well, for the Madison Trojans, their stats are short and sweet tonight. They only have 3 guys hit the scoring column. Roy Chatt finishes with 16 points. 9 points for Ricky Salmon. So we do a good job on Ricky Salmon. He finishes only 4 out of 9 from the field, only 1 out of 4 from 3. And the big guy, 6'8", Perry Adams, he not only was taller than everybody, but certainly bulkier than anybody we had. We held him to 8 points. They're 13 out of 32 from the field, 5 out of 15 from 3. They make their only 2 free throws, those coming from Perry Adams in the first half, and they commit 5 turnovers. For Mount Vernon, Matt Upchurch, again leading the way. He shot the ball well tonight. He has 17 points on 6 out of 12 from the field. Tony Fitzpatrick, another superb job playing against men much taller than him, finishes with 12 points, 6 out of 10 from the field. 7 points from Matt Green, 5 points from Michael Dogan, and 2 points from Jay Young. The Rams shot the ball well, nearly at 500 on 18 out of 38. We were 3 out of 9 from three-point distance. Need to do better from the free throw line, only 4 out of 9. But you gotta love this stat. 3 turnovers against Mount Vernon tonight, and the first turnover did not come until 4 minutes into the second quarter. And this was a team that could put some pressure on, but we handled it tonight. It's the team getting better. Doug said all along, we're gonna get some wins. Just a matter of taking care of the ball and minimizing the mistakes. Tonight they did that. They get a 10-point win, and I know you're going to enjoy saying what you like to say.
Oh, I hear you there, Dave. Good game for Mount Vernon. They won the JV game also, 27-16. Junior varsity slapped some major league defense on the Madison JVs. And the Mount Vernon Rams, as you mentioned, only 3 players from Madison in the scoring column. That's fairly rare in high school basketball. So the Mount Vernon Rams moved to 1-5 on the season. As we mentioned earlier, a rare weekend off is one of our sponsors, State Farm agent Kevin Martin. He's loving this victory tonight, as are all the Mount Vernon fans, and a tip of the hat to everyone that showed up tonight. This gym was less than half full, and we know there were a lot of things going on a Tuesday night. Junior high was in action, a good game out at Woodlawn, a lot of county grade school games on, and of course the Lady Rams, we haven't heard a report from Trout Gymnasium, and the Lady Rams in action tonight against the Orphan Annies in Trout. So a lot of things going on. So the people that did come here tonight brought their A game. They cheered loud. Chaos Corner was outstanding. Only 3 turnovers from Mount Vernon, and that was just great. And like we said, a rare weekend off. We got to look at the schedules and see where we want to go Friday night and catch us a good ball game somewhere. And Dave says he's staying home with it.
No, we've got shopping plans, Rob.
Oh, man. Oh, he's been pulled in on the shopping.
It's almost like having your fingernails pulled out by pliers.
Well, I can't say much because Saturday night, I'm sure there'll be a great game I want to go see, but I have got to go to Candy Cane Lane in West Frankfort.
That's a good trip.
And
we might have to head over to Eureka. Have you heard about that place? Oh, that's incredible. Takes you a half hour to go through there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, good. I wish it took about 4 minutes to go through Candy Cane Lane, but
takes you 35 minutes to get there, though.
Anyway, congratulations to head coach Doug Creel. I see our good friend Gus Gillespie, the Centralia head coach. He's in the house scouting Madison. I believe they've got Madison this weekend. And so good luck to Gus Gillespie and the Centralia Orphans as they take on Madison this weekend. Dave, any final thoughts?
At least Gus isn't wearing the Centrea red as he comes into the gym, huh? We're happy for Gus.
We'd have
He's gonna do great.
We'd have to make allowances for him.
Yeah.
I was real proud of him to get that job. That is one of the best high school basketball jobs in the state of Illinois.
You're not a kid. Final thoughts? Hey, we beat a good team tonight.
Not bad.
We beat a good team. They gave Cahokia everything they could. They came into the season rated in the top 20 in the state in Class A. We know they're good. So awfully proud of the Rams. We did a good job, and let's go from there. Great game, Matt Upchurch.
And for Nick LeMay and Eric Borger back in the studio, for my broadcast partner, Dave Farley, for the best in the business, Jeff Crow from Charter Communications. By the way, sports fans, if you're going to be home Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night this week, starting tomorrow at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, it'll be Mount Vernon Carbondale on Charter Communications Cable Channel 10. Mount Vernon Carbondale at 8 o'clock. Thursday night at 8 o'clock, it'll be Mount Vernon Cahokia. And Friday night, December 12th at 8 o'clock, Mount Vernon Madison. 3 nights, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Carbondale, Cahokia, Madison. Our last 3 games will be on Cable Channel 10. So for the best in the business, Jeff Crow, I'm Rob Wilt. The final score from Chagnon Gymnasium, Mount Vernon 43, Madison 33. And that's a beautiful thing.